The story starts with a boy named Cole and his beautiful nanny. She's stunning, stands up to his bullies like a boss, and they have epic fun when his parents leave. But one night he spies on her wild party and uncovers a deadly secret ritual targeting him. The twist will shock you.
The boy and girl didn't notice, but he secretly glanced over. The girl wasn't the least bit angry, because she was precisely the full-time nanny his father had hired for him. The nanny was not only attractive, but she also stood up for him when Cole faced bullying at school. With a furious roar that stunned everyone, she immediately smashed the bully's things and threatened him. The group of troublemakers was so frightened, they fled in panic. It was this kind of warmth that made Cole completely fall for the nanny. Then, one day, the chance for them to be alone finally arrived. His parents went on a trip, leaving Cole and the nanny at home. As soon as his parents left, Bee, the nanny, started having wild fun with Cole, who had never experienced such excitement before. They even played together in the pool, and Cole couldn't take his eyes off Bee's figure. After thoroughly enjoying themselves, they returned to the room. To find out what Bee did at night, Cole pretended to go to sleep, but late into the night, he heard noises from the living room. He carefully crept out of his room to investigate, thinking the nanny was just amusing herself. However, when he reached the staircase, he discovered that Bee had invited her friends over, and they were playing a game of truth or dare. Watching everyone enjoy themselves, Cole couldn't help but secretly keep watching. When the bottle pointed to the nanny, she chose dare, and her dare was to kiss everyone present. Without hesitation, she went ahead and kissed everyone there. This scene left Cole stunned. But when it was the turn of a boy who secretly had feelings for her, the nanny suddenly pulled out a knife. Before Cole could process it, he was so terrified he nearly lost control. It turned out the nanny and her friends were part of an evil organization. They intended to use an ancient ritual, dripping the purest virgin blood onto a sacred book, to fulfill all their wishes, and their target was Cole. Upon hearing this, Cole was terrified. He hurried back to his room, discreetly called the police to explain the situation, then pretended nothing was wrong and lay in bed pretending to sleep. Soon after, the nanny and the others entered the room. They took out a prepared syringe and inserted it into Cole's arm. As several vials of blood were drawn, Cole pretended to cooperate until they left. He quickly got up, planning to escape by jumping out the window, but before he could succeed, the nanny heard the noise and appeared behind him. The next moment, he fainted due to low blood sugar. When he woke up again, he found himself tied to a chair. The naughty kid was tied to a chair by his own nanny, all because he had secretly watched the adults playing a game late at night. However, the content was so terrifying that he ended up fainting on the spot. When he woke up again, he was already bound to a stool. Using a small knife she had hidden in her mouth, she taunted the muscular man, asking why he wasn't wearing any clothes, which left everyone confused. In reality, he was just stalling for time, but the muscular man lost his temper and stepped forward, kicking him to the ground without another word, ready to kill Cole. The next moment, 2 police officers suddenly burst through the door, but they were no match for the muscular man, who quickly threw a dagger and took down one of them. With his dying breath, the officer pulled the trigger, managing to shoot. Without the protection of a bulletproof vest, the injured officer was terrified, and the nanny quickly slit his throat, sending him to his grave. Meanwhile, Cole seized the moment while everyone was distracted and hurried upstairs. A man in black saw this and chased after him. Unexpectedly, Cole accidentally stepped on a toy car, causing him to tumble down the stairs. Seeing his companion fall to his death, the nanny completely lost her composure and ordered the others to capture Cole at all costs. Cole quickly locked the bedroom door and tied bedsheets together, attempting to escape through the window. However, the muscular man appeared outside, grabbed the bedsheet, and tried to pull Cole back up. Fortunately, the sheet tore just in time, causing Cole to fall hard to the ground. Ignoring the pain, he rushed to his family's storage room, found a few handy weapons, and immediately used an electric drill to open the iron bars to the basement, hiding himself with a bedsheet. When the girl who chases him turned the corner, Cole hurriedly took out leftover fireworks from New Year's, lit them with a lighter, and shot them at his pursuer. Unfortunately, he missed his target, but the loud noise scared the girl into stepping on a mousetrap. Seizing the opportunity, Cole ran out of the basement, grabbed insecticide, and sprayed it at the girl. However, the flame from the fireworks ignited the insecticide, causing an instant explosion that sent Cole flying several meters away. It seemed like he was about to become a free meal in an unmarked grave. Before Cole could catch his breath, the muscular man was already chasing after him. But the muscular man had principles. He didn't want to bully someone smaller and decided to let Cole run first. Eventually, Cole was still caught. At the critical moment, Cole quickly crouched down, tripped the muscular man, and kicked him in a vulnerable spot. However, this minor injury did little to stop him. The muscular man lifted Cole high into the air like a chick. At this moment of crisis, a sudden loud noise came from the entrance. The man was choking the boy. At this critical moment, a sudden noise came from behind. It was the bully who often picked on him, now steaming an egg custard in his kitchen and dancing. Even the muscular man couldn't stand watching this scene. He ordered Cole to go hug the bully. To save his own life, Cole had no choice but to brace himself and approach. However, there was nothing on his feet, and he ended up being punched by the bully and knocked to the ground. The bully then smashed an egg on his head, leaving Cole helplessly lying on the floor. After the muscular man pulled him up, Cole imitated what he had seen and punched the muscular man in the face before turning to flee. At the critical moment, he stumbled into a wooden hut by the seaside, not realizing that the muscular man had already grabbed a rope. Just as Cole's situation seemed desperate, the wooden plank above couldn't support the weight of both men. Instinctively, he grabbed the rope, but his hand slipped, causing the rope to wrap around his neck. In the end, the muscular man met his end, while Cole, holding on to him, narrowly escaped with his life. Little did he know, the chase wasn't over yet. Before he could catch his breath, the nanny suddenly appeared behind him. He ran desperately and eventually hid in the neighboring girl's house. Fortunately, the girl's parents weren't home. As the nanny was about to catch up, they had to hide temporarily, and Cole explained everything to the girl. He urged her to call the police, not wanting to involve her in the danger. To encourage her, he gently kissed her forehead. This gesture instantly reinvigorated Cole, and without another word, he rushed out to confront the nanny head-on. He ran back to his own house, but not only did he fail to catch the nanny, he was instead overpowered and pinned to the ground. The nanny picked up a steel knife, ready to end his life. The next moment, a blonde woman appeared and could have shot the nanny in the head, but it was actually the nanny who saved her, claiming she had mistaken Cole for someone else and never intended to kill him. However, after everything he had been through, Cole naturally didn't believe her lies. He set the nanny on fire, and as she rushed to put out the flames, Cole seized the opportunity to run outside, jump into a neighbor's car, and slam on the gas. The car sped off, swerving wildly until it crashed into a house. When Cole climbed out of the wreckage, he found the nanny pinned under the car, her fate unknown. The once timid and cowardly Cole finally found the courage to stand up and successfully took down this evil organization. The film concludes with the message: don't be afraid to stand up, and sometimes don't be fooled by appearances.